Well, good evening everybody. Welcome to Babsie's Card Making and Crafting. I'm Babsie and I come from a little village in called Jeanshanger, just out between Milton Keynes and Northamptonshire here in the UK. Oh, I can see Linda's joined us already. Evening Linda, hope you're well. Today I'm bringing you a little card with a Starry Christmas theme. Just as we're starting off, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my new crafty bags. I'm doing a Pampered Pets crafty bag that is incorporating the stamp set Pampered Pets. And I did have it with me, and I put it down somewhere, and now I can't find it. It's always away, isn't it? Now, what have I done with it? Just let me have a look. Yes, I've put it back on my shelf. Here we go. This is a stamp set called Pampered Pets, and the DSP is here. You'll have a quarter pack of DSP, so you will have all of these sheets. So you'll have half a sheet of these cats, half a sheet of those dogs, half a sheet of those dogs, and half a sheet of those cats. And then you'll have half a sheet of these as well. And they're double-sided like that. So that's all that you will get. You'll get the card bases and everything else you'll needed to make the cards. I've got 6 cards that I've made, and just to give you a little insight to what we're doing, I've got 2 of them here. So this one here, for a little cat, I made a wish and you came true, and this one, the good things in life are better with you. So they're 2 of the cards in the pack, and if you'd like to see the others, then come and get your hands on a crafty bag. There's lots of goodies inside. The crafty bags will be £15 each if I can deliver them to you within a radius of Deanshanger, and if not, if you're elsewhere and we can't get to you, that'll be £18 because of the postage. And everything will come in your kit ready for you to craft. You'll also have access to 6 videos that I've done explaining how I've made the cards, and also within those videos are examples of how you can change the card so that if you want to make another one you can make it different. So that's enough about the crafty bags. Please let me know if you're interested. I'd love to put them together for you. I've had a lot of fun creating them. And if you've seen my videos last week of the cards I've made with that Pampered Pets stamp set, you'll know I've had a whale of a week. Right, well, back to tonight, and it's Starry Christmas. I can see Carol's joined us. Thank you, Carol. Yes, everything's fine here, Linda. Plodding on, as they say. Right. So we've got the greetings that we're using is Blessed Christmas Wishes, and that's from the Itty Bitty Christmas. And we are focusing our card today on this this stitched stars dies. It's not often that I focus on an actual die. They come and we use them as part of the card making, but this one's focused on the stars dies. And there's loads of them. Look at this. There are lots and lots and lots of them. These are the ones that I've used to make these cards, but you've got lots more. These here actually cut all of these out. They cut the outer star, and then all of these cut out, so you've got like holes in the stars. And if you layer those onto this, if you cut that out in silver and that in dark blue, then you've got a blue edge. Wherever you see a hole, you'll see the silver underneath, but wherever you see a solid line, that will be the blue card that you've cut. They are absolutely adorable. I love them. They are from last year's catalogue, and I'm so pleased that they got carried over. Unfortunately, the stamp set didn't, but the dies are so versatile that you can create anything with them. So let's put all those in there and pass that over. I've got all of my die cuts done. Going to be a little bit of embossing as well, which is a little challenging for me because I've only ever done embossing once before. It was okay. So we'll see how we get on. Anyway, the card base we're using is Seaside Spray. It's one of the in colours that will be leaving us next year. It's a gorgeous shade of blue. You can do oh so much with it. That and silver. I love the combination of this blue and silver, and that's what we're using today. We've got a silver matte, and I've already cut the star out because you don't want me disappearing and cranking the old machine. And another layer, and this is from the, this is Midnight Blue. This is from the new In Colours, and it's the All Occasions Designer Series paper, the pattern paper, and we're using this one for the base. And you can see I've already been busy cutting stars out of it, because you're layering that over. You're not going to see it, and it makes good use of the DSP that you are using. So first things first, I hope that's I better not adhere it to that, because I think we might have a ribbon to go round it, so I won't do that just yet. And I think we might want to put that up on dimensionals, so we might not do that either. Oh dear. Perhaps we'll do some stamping first then. Right, so I'm using vellum. So we want this stamp, Blessed Christmas Wishes, and I think we'll have that in the middle. Get that glue out of the way. I've got my embossing buddy here, so I'll just give that a quick wipe. I've also got a piece of paper underneath, so catch the embossing powder. So this is what I'm using, Versamark, which is a sticky ink. It allows the embossing powder to stick to the ink, and then you heat the powder and you see a magnificent change. Right, I might just have that on here for the moment. And I know I've stuck my fingers all over that, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So try and get that in the middle. There we go. Hold it down for a second. Let all that glue get on there. And then we'll carefully put it back on the paper. And then we're using silver embossing powder to match the silver matte. I'll just pick it up with my fingers, very carefully tapping it off. And we'll put a little more on there because I don't think it's caught all that well, and maybe a bit more. It's a very fine stamp, this. And I have stamped it before just to make sure that it does work. And I'm glad to say the other one was quite good as well. And that's quite okay. I'm pleased with that. So all of that in there. Here's another little tip for you. When you're using embossing powder, you know, you always have a piece of paper to catch the embossing powder. But did you know that if you have one of these embossing buddies, if you put your embossing buddy over the piece of paper that you've got your embossing powder on, that it's much easier to get the powder back into the jar? Now, this I can't avoid. I'm going to have my heat gun on, so there's going to be a lot of noise in a minute. Oh, hello, Tracy. Thank you for joining us. So, excuse the noise. It won't take a second. So I'm just heating it on my leg until I can scream because it's so hot. Because embossing it with vellum, it doesn't like the heat, so if you can do it as quickly as possible, it's best. So that's hot enough, so here goes. And that's gone straight away. I hope you caught that. It's absolutely so quick when you heat it up. And that has, can you see that? That has embossed that really lovely, and it's all lovely and shiny. If you keep your heat gun on the embossing powder on too long, what will happen is this lovely sheen that you see here will go dull, and then you know that you have left your heat gun on it too long. So that's the first part. I'm intending on putting that across the bottom there, right across the bottom of the card. But I have got some lovely silky ribbon here, and I did wonder whether we could incorporate that. But I don't think so. I think we'll just stay with that lovely embossing. So we, oh, that's me fiddling about this afternoon. I was making the videos for the Pampered Pets crafty bags, and that's all the glue left over. Right, let's get sticking. Let's put that just up there for the moment. So we want the, there we go. So stick this on here, leaving a border all around. The card base is just a basic C6, but it's been cut slightly differently. It's been cut on the short side. So the cut is at 4 1/8, and then the score is at 5 7/8. So it's a whole sheet of A4. So there's your length of the A4. So this is the short side, so it's 4 1/8 cut, and then score at 5 7/8. And that can either give you a top fold card, or it can give you a side fold card, and we're doing the side fold card. So I am going to put that up on dimensionals. So I just want to position it so I know where this is going, and then I can put this down. There. That will be fine. Now, another tip for adhering vellum, I don't know whether you know, but if you have a little bit of glue in just a little dab of glue, just want to get a pad now. Oh dear. There we go. And a pad or a glue, oh, what they call those finger things. Oh dear. What are the finger things called? Anyway, you can use those either. I've got a sponge here, but you just dab it on here and then just very carefully wipe the back of the vellum where you want to stick. There's not quite enough. So another little blob. And it just puts a very thin film of glue on the back of the vellum and you don't see it. You don't see it at all. So a little bit at the bottom. And there we go. Whoops. That slid right the way round. That's about it, I think. Just a little way off the bottom. There. And hopefully that's stuck and you can't see where that glue is. Amazing. The other thing I can see here is that I've got a line on my silver paper. I think it must have been where I've cut this out. But we can do something about that as well. What you need to do is just to work out where the line is. So that's there. And then just run your embossing. Oh, I've got that on the brain. On your bone folder. Just against the... It hasn't come out entirely, but it's made it less visible. So just rub it. It's not so noticeable. It has come out a little bit, but it's not so noticeable. I wonder whether what users try a mat. Make sure it's clean because you don't want to. There we go. Let's see if that's any better. Nope. Oh, we just might have to leave that, I think. Oh, yes. Yep. You can only just see that now as I turn that over to the light. But it's a lot better than what it was. Jolly good. Right, so that's that bit. Right, so the next stage is to have a look at all these lovely stars that I've cut out. This is what I was talking about, the one of the stars that in the die, the stitched star dies, is this lovely one. And it's just left an edge and all of that. So when we pop that on there, we can put this in here. And look, you can see all the blue in behind it. Gives a lovely, lovely effect. So I was going to put that up on dimensionals so that's stuck down there, and so it's going to be like that. So we'll leave that one there. And then I've got these here. And to match the vellum for the sentiment, I've also cut a sentiment in the stars. So we're going to have one of them here. And then the other blue one here. Just sort of random like. And what I want you girls to decide is whether we do anything with these. Now, I'm quite very tempted to put a little mark on these stars. I've got this stamp set here which creates these tiny little dots, and what I was going to do was to put some silver dots on the stars and some silver dots on the vellum. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we can do that? Do you reckon that'll look all right? And then we've got these stars that we're going to dot around, and we're going to turn them over where the circles are, and we've got ones that we've got holes in, and then we've got some really itty ones. And what I will do while you're deciding what we're going to do with the larger stars, I'm going to put these two tiny little blue dots, stars even, either side of my blessed Christmas wishes. So we've got these lovely light blue stars, and I'm just going to put a blob of glue, one here and one here, and I'm just going to use this take a pick tool and pop one there and one on the other side. Lovely, I like that. Evening, Carol. It's lovely of you to join us. We're making Starry Christmas cards tonight using the stitched star dies. I don't normally feature dies, but tonight I thought I've been playing with them, and I thought that it might make a nice change to feature a die set rather than a stamp set. So what do you reckon? Linda reckons give it a go. What I'm asking, Carol, is, I don't know whether you caught it, but these two large stars here, one's in vellum and one's in light blue to match the card base. I was just wondering whether we should emboss them with silver like the sentiment. And this stamp has got tiny little dots on. What do you reckon we should do? Do you reckon we should emboss them or leave them? Yes, give it a go, Carol says. Right, that's 2 for give it a go. Why not? Right, let's bring our piece of paper back in then. You can't lose all these tiny little stars. Right, so little whip of the paper, and we'll do the blue one first. So just go straight across the middle, I think. There we go, and perhaps a few bits on the side. Should we do the silver as well? Why not? In for a penny. Excuse me. Oh, emboss, I like sparkle. Yeah, right, okay then. Right, then we'll just do the bottom ones of that one and the top of that. So a little bit on the vellum and lots on the blue. So there we go. And I will get my tweezers out now, if I can find them. Here they are, tiny tweezers. Right. So that's that one, and then there's that one. That's your blue one. And the silver. Gosh, it looks like it's got measles, doesn't it? Oh dear. Right. So back in the pots. Oh no, that's all the bits that come. Oh, right, okay, I'll leave that. That on the page there is where I stamped off on the paper, and if you scrape all that bit into your pot, you'll be in trouble because it'll all stick together because it's all gluey-fied. Right, here we go, heat gun again. Can't see whether that's... Oh yes, there we go. There we go. Right, oh, now I'm heating the floor. There's no embossing powder on the floor. Why am I heating the floor? Right, let me get that craft mat out of the way because that's all sticky. I'll have to clean that later. Right, so here we go. Oh, that does look good. Yay. Lots of sparkle. Lovely. So if we have that way round, it kind of looks like the stars are coming down. Right, so a little bit of glue underneath those. And I can put this straight on here because we've got the embossed bits, and you won't really see the glue underneath. I wouldn't normally do that. It's only because we've got the embossed. Let's put this one down. Oh dear. Wanted this one down first, really. There we go. Put you somewhere down there. And then this one can come up here and over there. Lovely. Just hold that down for a sec. Oh, showing me glue now. There we are. Just hold that down for a second. There we go. So I'll take my pick tool out again, and then we can move these stars around wherever we want them. So we'll have a nice big blue one up there, I think. I'll have one of these. So a tiny little, I'm going to put it on here, this one, because I don't want the glue seeping out onto there. So straight down, and hopefully that will hold. Ah, no. It's got stuck to me. Take the pick tool. It's so good. It's so good. It's making it stick. Oh, that's ended up like a bit of a messy mess. Oh well, leave it to dry. Leave it to dry. We'll find out soon enough whether it'll be okay. Right, I'm going to take that big one out because I think that's just a bit too much. Right, I am going to use my fine tip glue and put another one of those just here. If I can get the glue out. There we go. And hopefully that looks like a little bit too much glue. Now I want a tiny bit of paper. There we go. That didn't quite work. Never mind, we'll stick him down and hope for the best. Just hold him down for a moment. Well, at least we know the take your pick tool works. Right, another little bit up here, tiny glob this time. Oh dear, I'm not doing very well with my blobs of glue, am I? There we go. Hopefully when that dries we can get the glue rubber in there and get those bits out. What I was thinking of doing was actually putting one of these in the middle of the blue or in the middle of the silver. Oh, that looks nice. Let's do that. Whoops. Jumping now. There we are. Right, let's get the pin back in here. I think I've had enough playing with the glue. And now we want to put this up on dimensionals. So put the lid on that glue and the top on me take my pick tool. And they need to be cleaned, so I'll put those over there. And here we go. So we've got some large dimensionals here, so we'll put those round the corner. And one top and bottom. And then I'm going to use the smaller ones to go around the edge here. There we go. So now we want to take them all off. Oh, come on. I'm better off with a pokey tool. Let's get my pokey tool. and then you can just scoop them up. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I think we're all off. Yep, lovely. Whoops, don't want to lose you. Right, down we go. Leaving the border around the blue. And there. Oh wow, doesn't that look lovely? Oh, I'm really pleased with that. It really does look nice, even though I say so myself. Right, one more dab of glue in the middle. Of course, now it's not going to come out. We had loads of dobs of glue on the front of the card. Now I can't get it out to do the star. There we go. Gosh, it's like threading a needle, this is. I gave up needlework because I couldn't see the thread in the threading the needle. Right, so that's going straight in there and it's going all the way down. I'll just take my pokey tool to poke it through the hole. That's what pokey tools are for. There we go. And having said that, I think I should have put a bit on the either end as well, but never mind. It will lie flat eventually. So there is my lovely Christmas card. I think that is really lovely, and I only did that through playing with the dies. It's really, really like that. Got a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there, but I think we can get that off with the and that seems to be coming. Oh dear, that seems to be coming up now. That side has stuck really nicely and this side hasn't. So I am going to risk putting a line of glue. I really shouldn't, but if we just put a line of glue along here, just a tiny little line, and if we squidge it, yeah, you can see that. Right, let's have another go. There we go. Oh, that's better. Just needed a bit of a helping hand with the old sponge. There we are. So that is the Starry Christmas card that we've made today. But I just wanted to show you how versatile this die set is. And I have been playing with the stars this afternoon, and look what I've created. And that's a happy birthday. This is absolutely gorgeous. Same sort of principle with the vellum on the side, hanging over the side. I do like that. It's just so nice. And this is embossed in gold, as you can see. And we've used gold paper, gold shiny paper, and some DSP that I had in my stash. I don't think this is this year's. I think this is last year's plaid paper. But I've put these up on glue dots so they're tiny bit raised from the vellum, and these are all stuck flat. But that just goes to show you that stars aren't only for Christmas, they're for birthdays and anniversaries. And I just love that card. I think that's really nice. I'm going to put a layer inside, and then I've got a piece of this DSP left, so I'm going to put a strip across the bottom. So there we are, Christmas and non-Christmas. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed the cards today. Thank you, Carol. That's really nice of you to say. Thank you, Linda. If there's anything I can help you with, what is the set called, please? Oh, I showed you right at the beginning. Maybe you weren't with us right at the beginning. This is a die set called Stitched Stars dies. And look, there are loads and loads and loads of them. And they are all layered. So you could just cut this large one out and then cut this one out in the middle and just have this thin frame for the stars. And likewise with these few here. So they can be layered, and these can be cut inside, just like I did this one. But also you can cut that independently and have that on a star. So, you know, the options are endless. I think this set is about £35. It's quite a lot of money, but you can do so much with it. You've got these little corners here that you can use. You can put in the corner, and a bit like this if you've got the backing of silver paper and a plain card on top, you can cut these and have that lovely shape just cut in the corner. And these are lovely swirls that you can cut. Again, you can, if you've got a plain card on top, you can cut these out and it will show the glimmer paper or the metal paper below. Also, you've got these here which actually fit into the stars. So any of these stars this will fit into and give another effect to the stars. It's absolutely endless. Gorgeous flurry here. I've seen lots of cards done with this. And when you cut this out, you get all these extra stars as well. So that'll be featuring in another card, I dare say, later on. I must admit it is quite expensive, but very, very well worth it. There we go. That's my 2 cards today. So thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to show you the cards I've made, and thank you for the help in deciding what we do. If there's anything that I can help you with, if you'd like to purchase the goods that we've got, or if there's anything else that you want, please contact me and we'll do our best to get your wish list together. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all good night and happy crafting. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.